Okay, hello everyone. Today I just want to we'll be solving the task today on shell navigation. That is for those in code 17. I believe some of you have been having issue with the this thing. So let's jump right into it right now. So first thing I'll say you should go through the manuals. That is go through this, go through this, go through this, go through the manuals. Then from there we'll come to the tax. So these are the quiz. These are the quiz. So let's jump right into the tax. So number one, tax zero. You say create me access your sandbox, change your working directory to root, then create an empty file. So cool. So this is where we access our sandbox. You click on get a sandbox, you run your sandbox. Then I'm actually running it for the first time. So then you click on web terminal. So let's share our screen into two. Let's share it into two. We have this here, we have this here. So now the task here says what, access your sandbox, change your working directory to root. So how do we change our directory to root? So number one, we press pwd to know where we are. So they say we should access the root. You use ls to list what's in the this thing. Then from here you can see this is our root here. Then you cd into the root. How do you change into the root? You type cd then root, then enter. So basically cd is used to change from one directory to another. And what is directory? Directory is basically our directory is basically our folder, your normal folder on the desktop. So now let's do pwd to know where we are. Pwd, you can see now we have slash root. Now we're in our root. So now let's list what's in the root. So to list item in a folder or in your directory, you use the command ls. So ls enter. As you can see, these are the stuffs that are inside the directory. So they say we should create a file called what so cool. So how do you create a file on your terminal? To create a file, you use the command touch. So we'll type touch, then so underscore cool, enter. So we ls. So when you list the directory, you can see now that we have the so cool here. So the next thing now is we'll go to check our code to see if we're actually right. So it's loading. So as you can see, our code as it means we are on the right path. So now let's go to the task 2. So the task 2, you say change your working directory to root, then copy the file school to what, to tmp. So let me clear this. To clear, maybe when you have worked and you want to clear the stuffs down your that on your terminal, you just simply type clear and enter. So pwd, we are still on our roots. That means, so they say we should copy the file so cool to what, to tmp. So let's ls. We can see, okay, this is the file. School. They say we should copy it to what, to tmp. So how do you copy a file? We use the what, we use the command mv. So you type mv, then you type the school, then you put dash to the directory. So when you see dash, it actually means what, a directory, tmp. So tmp, then we'll press enter. So now if you do ls now, you can see, okay, what we did was actually to we move the file instead of copying the file. So now let's just fix it. ls. So tmp, let's go back cd dot ls. So where's our tmp? This is our tmp. Let's cd tmp ls. you can see the school. So let's move the school back to our root. So move it school. Sorry, we moved it instead of copying it. So let's then slash what root ls. You can see it's not there, so let's do cd back to our main directory pwd to check where we are. So let's okay so let me just cd ls. Okay, so now task 2, they say change your working directory to root, then copy the file school to tmp. So how do we know where we are? pwd, you can see we're in our root. So the next thing we'll do what? ls, list the content that is inside the root. So these are the contents inside the root. So the next thing they say we should do is what? To move our school to what? tmp. So how do you copy? Sorry, they say we should copy it. So how do you copy? Use the command cp. So now cp is used to copy file. So you type the cp, then school, then you put dash. When you see dash, it simply means what? Directory. It means you are going into a directory. So that into the dash tmp. So now if we do ls, you can see, let's go back to our main root pwd, then ls. That's we are in our main root now, not the root they say we should. Then let's change our directory to tmp, cd tmp. So now let's list the content in tmp. You can see now that we have our school there. So the next thing we do is what? Let's check our code to know if we are actually correct. So as you can see, our code is correct. So let's clear this and go back to our you use cd to go back to the previous directory. So pwd, you can see. So let's change our directory to back to root to solve task 2. So we have what? cd what? Root. So now pwd to check where we are. You can see we are in our root right now. So now they say change your working directory to root. That is task 2. Change your working directory to root, then rename the old school to new school. So how do we do that? Let's list the contents in our root. So these are the contents in our root. So they say we should rename this old school to what? To new school. So how do you rename a file? You use the command mv. So now mv hold, you type mv, then underscore school, then you type new. So that means rename old school to what? A new underscore school. You can see. So when we do like this, let's list the contents to know. You can see that the old school is now what? Okay. So you can see the old school is now what? Is now new school. You can see from here. So let's check our code now. So be sure that we're on the right path. So you can see, which means we are correct. So let's clear. So now let's go to task 3. They say then move the file not here to what? tmp, to the directory tmp, and inside the directory to another directory, right slash underscore school. So how do we do that? Number 1, change your directory to root pwd to be sure that we're on our root. You can see we're on our root here. So now they say move the file. So let's list the contents that is there. The file not here. So to actually move a file, we use mv. You know, the other time we use mv to to rename a file. So mv is actually can actually be used for two purposes: to rename a file and also to move a file. So we use the command mv. So we say move not underscore here to what? To tmp, then inside the directory tmp to the directory, right? I say when you see slash, it means directory. Well, we're moving into a directory. So school, then enter. So now when we ls, you find out that not here, as when we list the content inside the root, you find out that not here do not exist there. So let's check our code to know if we're actually correct. So we can see that we are correct also. So let's clear the terminal. So let's go to task 4. It said then delete the file ready to be removed from our root. So pwd to be sure that we're in our root, ls to list the content. So they say we should we should delete the file ready to be removed. So how do you delete a file? You simply rm is the command to remove a file, an empty file. So we'll ready underscore to be removed. So ls, then let's list the contents there. You can see that we have removed ready to be removed. So it's as simple as that. Let's check our code to be sure we are correct, we're on the right path. So you can see now our code is correct. So let's clear also. So now from task 5, they say change your working directory to school, then create a directory. School is amazing. So how do you create a directory? Number 1, pwd, we're on our root, ls to list the content. So to create a directory, we'll use the command mkdir. Mkdir is used to create a directory. So we're creating a directory. School is amazing. School is amazing. Enter. So ls, you can see now we have school is amazing. So let's check our code to be sure that we are correct. So as you can see, our code here, we are correct. So the next thing now is task number 6. Let's clear this. Task number 6 say access your, it say change your working directory to root pwd to, so we'll be sure we're in our root. Then remove the directory, empty directory. So let's list. So now to remove an empty directory, you use the commands rm-r. Then normally to check most of these commands, to check their use, you can do man rm. Is going to bring to you all the command, all what you can use the command for. So to check more about a command, you use man followed by the command. So as you can see from here, -r remove directories and their content. So let's go back. I use q to go back. So we use rm-r. We're removing this directory. So empty underscore directory. So we have removed it. Let's list the contents inside. You can see that it's not there again. So let's check our code to see if we are correct. You can see our code is correct. So now catch you guys up on the second task. So you use exit. Always make sure you exit your sandbox when you are done. So we're done for this task. Catch you up in the second task.